Wishing you a day full of sunny smiles and happy thoughts. A very good morning to all of you. In the last video, we had started 4th chapter, that is water, a wonderful liquid. In this chapter, we learned 2 properties of water, that is some materials are soluble and some materials are insoluble in water. And the second property is some materials sink and some materials float in water. Let us now take a look at the some properties of liquids. You know, water is a kind of liquid. To examine this wonderful liquid, I will show you 2 experiments. So, let's start the first experiment. Take some water in a beaker and mark the level of water in it. The water takes the shape of the beaker. Pour the water from the beaker into a glass tumbler. The water takes the shape of the glass tumbler. Now put the water into a flat bottom flask. The water takes the shape of the flat bottom flask. This experiment shows that water has no fixed shape of its own. It takes the shape of the container into which it is put. For the second experiment, we will pour the water from the flat bottom flask back into the original beaker. We find that the water fills the beaker up to the same mark. So, we conclude that water has a fixed volume and that this volume does not change even when the container is changed. So, water has a fixed volume. So, from these 2 experiments, some of the properties of liquid are in front of us. What are they? Yes, I will tell you. From the first experiment, we see that liquid has no fixed shape. It takes the shape of container in which it is kept. From the second experiment, we see that liquid has a fixed volume. As it is flowing from one container to another very easily, we can say that liquid is not hard. It is our third property. And the fourth property is it flows from higher level to lower level. So, finally, let us repeat these 4 properties again. First property is liquid has no fixed shape. It takes the shape of container in which it is kept. Second property is it has a fixed volume. And the third property is it is not hard. Last property is it flows from higher level to lower level. Now, last and very important part of the chapter is measurement of liquids. Liquids are measured by their volume. Volume of a liquid can be measured by using various types of measuring jars and cylinders. The volume of a liquid is measured in liters and milliliters. Children, do you know 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters? Liquid measuring devices are of 2 types. First type of devices measure only a fixed volume of a liquid. These devices are usually made up of aluminium sheets. They come in different capacities such as 100 milliliter, 200 milliliter, 500 milliliter and 1 liter. We measure the volume of liquids like milk and kerosene oil with the help of these devices. Second type of devices measure the desired volume of a liquid. These devices are usually made up of transparent glass and have markings. Since these measuring devices are made up of glass, we are able to see the level of the liquid inside them. These devices are used in science laboratories. Water dissolves many substances in it. It is one of the most common and useful liquid around us. Nowadays, various human activities like bathing animals and washing clothes in water bodies are making the water dirty. It is called as water pollution. Water pollution has affected the lives of humans and animals in all aspects. Fresh water is one of the most precious natural resources. Water is very precious. We must keep it clean. So, children, at the end of this chapter, I am giving one activity to you to find how to save water at home and learn about why saving water is important. You have to write 10 points for this activity in your EVS notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.